Ozarks in 5, brought to you by the Butterfly Palace. Have the best day ever at the Butterfly Palace. The Springfield Greene County Park Board reminding you to go play, and Roto-Rooter Plumbing and Drain Service. Call Southwest Missouri's best plumber today for a free estimate. Here are your hosts, Ethan and Sarah Forhetz.
Hey, it's Thursday, everybody. Good morning. Hope you had a great Wednesday. And it's over now, so we're on to Thursday and moving toward the weekend. A little cool down today.
No doubt. Oh, yesterday was so warm. I'll take it.
Delightfully warm is what you mean.
Yes, it was. All right, here's some news for you. Springfield police say a man tried to steal a Tesla out of a driveway in North Springfield Monday morning and ended up hitting the owner with the Tesla. 27-year-old Kendrick Price has been arrested now. The owner approached him in the driveway after he got a notification that someone was taking his car. Police say Price backed up about 3 feet and then accelerated right toward the owner. Price is now charged with a long list of crimes. The owner is expected to be okay.
Springfield is the third largest city in the state of Missouri. Its workforce makes up about 9% of the state's workforce. A new report from the Missouri Economic Research and Information Center looks at the state's employment, not unemployment, and found the 7 counties that include and surround Springfield make up, to be exact, 9.2% of Missouri's employment. Those counties are Greene, Christian, Dallas, Polk, Stone, Taney, and Webster.
Awesome. All right. Springfield's Vital Farms is being recognized nationally for sustainability. The facility can process some 6 million eggs daily. How about that? Now, the Food Engineering magazine has named it Sustainable Plant of the Year. Vital Farms is located in Partnership Industrial West. So what makes it sustainable? LED lighting, solar panels, and a stormwater management system designed to improve efficiency. But the biggest thing I would say is this: their goal is to be a zero waste to landfill facility by the end of the year. That is impressive. Yeah. Go them. Dolly Parton is now working with the state of Missouri to make free books available to every child age 5 and younger. It's part of Dolly's Imagination Library, which most people have heard of now. For every child enrolled by their parent, every month, a book will be mailed to their house. Missouri just made that program available to all the zip codes in the state, and the state is helping fund the program as well. So to enroll your child, you can do that at imaginationlibrary.com.
I love that. I love Dolly. I'm a Dolly fan. She's
easy to love. She's very endearing.
She is. She's down home and folksy and likes people, wants to help people. I'm a little surprised. I didn't realize that the state had to fund it. So I'm not a huge fan of that, but I thought it was a charity that kind of did the work, and she funded it through donors and that sort of thing. So it's interesting that the state has to join in and fund it, but it's great the kids are getting books. I do know that.
Yes.
A new 125-acre park is being built in Reed Spring. The school district there is working on the new Wolf Pack Park, which will have a playground, a picnic area, as well as trails for walking and biking, probably jogging as well. It will be right behind the middle school and is being paid for by a bond issue voters passed last year. Every time I say jogging.
Yeah.
Huh?
Why'd you say jogging?
I always think of Anchorman. Whenever there's the scene where he's going to go out and try this new thing, it's jogging. I believe it's a soft J because it was new at the time.
You know what I thought you were talking about?
We're going to try this new thing. I believe it's called jogging.
I didn't remember that from Anchorman, but now I do. But you know what I thought you were talking about is I don't know if the kids told you, I got in trouble for jogging through the nature center. Like,
oh yeah, you told me before that you've been
I was like
chastised for
yes,
jogging.
I was letting them know. I mean, I obeyed the rule because it's the right thing to do. But also, there was literally no one around me. I was like, if I pass by someone, I will be sure to either stop completely, move off the trail, let them through. I will not take anyone out with my jogging with my jogging, but it was like, it was just humorous because they have rules about when you can jog and when you must walk. But I feel like the rule should be that you can jog at any time as long as you're not running someone off the trail, like with their stroller or with their walking cane or whatever,
Right.
like they were.
Right.
Anyway.
Safety first.
Yeah, safety first. My children were with me, so I set a good parental example and obeyed the volunteer. And thank you. I do love the nature center, and I love the volunteers, by the way. But I was
So
like,
you obeyed after you got caught. Is that what you're saying?
that is exactly what I'm saying.
Okay.
Yep.
Well, good for you. You're a hero. Apparently, you can put more money into a 401k or IRA starting next year. The amount of 401k contributions was raised, not by a whole lot, $500. So for a year, that isn't anything, but $500. It's now up to $23,000 a year that you can save in a 401k. But if you're 50 years old or older, you get perks. Those are some of the things that come along with wisdom and age. You can put in an additional $7,500 for a total of $30,500 a year. It's called the catch-up thing. If you weren't smart enough when you were young, because nobody is. If we all started saving like we should have when we were young, even though we weren't making much money, we'd be a lot better off today. But so you can do the catch-up thing and add additional dollars after 50.
And please, sir, let the record show that just because you get older does not necessarily mean you get wiser.
They usually go hand in hand.
No. They sometimes go hand in hand.
Okay.
Usually feels like a strong word.
That sounds like a lack of wisdom on your part, but it's okay. You're young.
All right. Walmart is expanding its sensory-friendly shopping hours to every day from 8 to 10 a.m. What does that mean? The TVs that are for sale will have just a static image instead of several moving images like they otherwise would. The store music will be turned off and the lights will be lowered. Walmart said it is more inclusive for people with sensory disabilities, and they're hoping to better cater to that.
Yeah, they did that. They went through a test of that and apparently got good reviews from people who would be affected by that negatively. So they're going to do it again. Okay.
Every day now from 8 to 10 a.m. at Walmart. Yes.
Yeah, cool. Kansas City is getting another professional sports team, not just football, baseball, and soccer anymore, but now add women's volleyball to the list. The Pro Volleyball Federation, that's a thing, and it just announced that Kansas City will become home to a new team starting in 2025. The team is owned by Missy and Kent McCarthy. You may recognize the names because they are part owners of the Kansas City Royals. They're in that ownership group. So this is interesting because the league, this Pro Volleyball Federation, hasn't even started yet. It's about to start in January, so that'll be its first year. So Kansas City will be joining then next year in 2025, which will be the league's second year in existence. So
cool.
Interesting. But I do like women's volleyball is great because men's volleyball is terrible to watch as a sports fan because they're so big and strong that they hit it.
It's like spike.
They serve
spike,
it and they immediately set it up and spike it either down and it's point or off somebody and it's out of bounds by a mile and it's a point. So there's no rallies back and forth. What I like and I like college women's volleyball.
Volleys, as it were.
Right. They volley it and they can dig it and do all kinds of stuff. So it's a lot more fun. There's a lot more action. And we've gone to see Oklahoma State play a couple of times.
Yes.
My alma mater. So. And
K-State.
Kansas State.
Kansas State. So funny that I totally am giving Ethan credit because I know what some females are thinking right now. They're like, Sarah, does he really like volleyball or does he like the fact that the Olympic sand volleyball players, their outfits, oh my gosh, they might as well be naked. Like, what in the world? Like, did they look in the mirror? I'm like, is this like, I feel like I need to watch it like this. It feels like, what are we watching?
Leave them alone. They're playing sports outdoors. What do you expect?
Seriously, though, you know what I'm talking about.
Honestly, I didn't even notice until you brought it to my attention. I hadn't even noticed that.
Oh, really? Really? That's wow.
But I'm not watching beach volleyball. I'm watching volleyball.
Right. I know. It is. Yeah, I agree. Female volleyball is fun to watch.
Sporting, we told you about this, and you may have seen it yourself. Sporting KC, the soccer team, kicked St. Louis City Soccer Club out of the playoffs last weekend. So next up for Sporting KC is the Western Conference semifinals. Sporting KC is the very first wild card team to ever advance to a conference semifinal, because this is the first year that wild card teams have been allowed in the playoffs in MLS. Sporting now plays single elimination playoff soccer, all on the road. So they have no more home games. It's going to be a tough road to hoe. They'll be playing the winner of a game Saturday between Real Salt Lake and Houston Dynamo Football Club. So go Sporting KC.
I know. That's exciting. All right. If you or a loved one, or if you have a loved one who is either deaf or hard of hearing, you can mark your calendar right now. Get out your ink pen. Friday morning, December 8th. So you got a month from now, basically. Friday morning, December 8th. You can take them to meet Santa Claus at Bass Pro Shops, and Santa will be able to sign with them. American Sign Language. So yeah, that's awesome. 9 to 11:30 on Friday morning, December 8th, and you can get a free picture with Santa Claus. So
that's awesome.
All right.
And that's signing Santa. Non-signing Santa is already over at Bass Pro.
He's already there. Yeah, he's there. We told you about that a couple days ago, but it's hard to believe. Santa Claus has officially arrived in the Ozarks, because the real one is at Bass Pro.
Hey, speaking of Christmas and Santa Claus, that sort of thing, I was with the mayor last night and the governor
yes.
at the Biz 417 Top 100 Business Awards party that they had.
Yes, yeah.
Hal Donaldson, the president and founder of Convoy of Hope, was awarded the Person of the Year for the headquarters going in. So there's a party last night. I was there, and I asked the mayor. I said, "Hey, how's that tree coming?" He said, "It's coming along." He said, "I drive by and look at it every day. It's apparently quite a process. It's like
I'm
65,
sure it is. It's 65 feet tall."
Right. And he said the one in Rockefeller Center is 69 feet tall. So it's almost as big as Rockefeller Center, which is crazy to think of. I didn't know that. But he said it's coming together, and it's going to be cool because it's a artificial tree. So they can set it up every year and not have to use a real tree. Anyway, so it's coming along.
I mean, I know some people were sad about the nostalgia of the real tree, but if you think about it, the best fake tree on the planet the best lighted tree on the planet is fake, which is, in my opinion, at Silver Dollar City.
Yeah, they have a good one.
That's a good one. It's a great one. So I'm excited for the one on downtown Springfield.
Where they got it. They got it from the Branson Landing.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
There you go. Fun fact.
There you go. Now we know. And speaking of the Mayor McClure, if you're listening, we know that you are a veteran. So this next story is for you and for many others. Saturday, of course, is Veterans Day. So thank all of you for your service and your families for their service while you were serving. So this is for you. If you want to, you can go to Hy-Vee on Battlefield Road tomorrow morning, which is Friday. So the day before Veterans Day, Friday morning, and you can get a free Veterans Day breakfast, which is awesome. It's buffet style. It's free for all veterans and active duty military from 6 to 10 a.m.
Very nice. Yes. A lot of war stories swapped there amongst all the folks.
Okay, so that is happening at Hy-Vee, and then also some other Veterans Day events. There's lots of things happening in Branson, but also Missouri State University is hosting several events both tomorrow and Saturday. So either Friday or Saturday, veterans can have breakfast with Springfield Mayor Ken McClure at 8:30 a.m. Friday morning at Plaster Student Union Ballroom, where Mr. McClure will speak. He was a second lieutenant in the Army Reserves and was also a captain when he was honorably discharged in 1980. So thank you for his service. Thank him for his service as well. That breakfast includes a color guard presentation, songs, the national anthem, and then there are multiple other activities happening on campus at MSU to honor veterans and their families. And you can check them out on Missouri State University's website.
Okay. Love to see our veterans honored.
Me too. And there's a lot more than what we just mentioned here. You can look it up. I actually yesterday was looking on X, which is also Twitter. The city of Springfield has several things listed there. Also Springfield Mo, which is like a downtown organization. They had a lot of things listed, different restaurants, and just I don't know why. I mean, there's a lot of good websites, but for some reason that one in particular, Twitter was the one that seemed to have lots and lots of things listed. So yeah.
And Branson's got
want to frequent. Branson has their own website. Explore Branson. Is it explorebranson.com? Is that it? Let me Google that real fast, but I think it's explorebranson.com. Anyway, they have lots of things going on, as they always do. And
they do. That's a big week for them, Veterans Week.
Yeah, that's it. That's it. Explorebranson.com. You can check it out there as well. So anyway, thanks for joining us this morning. Thank you for your service. And we know we're not there yet, but it's coming up. So,
all right. Have a great day, and we'll see you right back here in the morning.
All right. Bye.
It's time for Around the Ozarks Wake Up Weather, sponsored by Scooters Coffee. Here's your host, meteorologist Abby Dyer.
Good morning, everybody. It is Thursday, November 9th, and we are waking up to much cooler temperatures this morning. The 60s that we had yesterday, they're the thing of the past. We had a record-setting day across the Ozarks yesterday, low 80s across the region. It was nice. It was hot, dare I say it, yesterday afternoon. And now the cooler weather is in place and it's continuing to flow into the Ozarks. So we have got mid 40s out there this morning as you're waking up. Afternoon high temperature, only 58 degrees. I've got cloud cover, a north wind, and a rain chance all in the forecast today. So much, much different than what we had around just yesterday. We've got cooler weather and rain chances in the forecast. Those are really the headlines for you. You'll notice the cool down today. Definitely jacket weather again this afternoon. The north breeze, it's calmed down a little bit. The cold front is well south of the area now. Actually came through yesterday evening and overnight, but the rain chance associated with it will likely develop by this afternoon. We've got temperatures returning to normal today. That's going to last through the weekend forecast. High temperatures, they'll be a little bit better by the weekend. I've got low 60s back in the forecast by Friday and Saturday, but overall, this is generally a cooler pattern than what we had around for the first half of the week when we set several new high temperature records across the Ozarks. The frontal boundary that I mentioned, it's now sagging south of the Ozarks, and basically it stretches all the way from the northeast back through the Ohio River Valley, all the way down into Texas. The center of the low pressure associated with that front, well, it's back in Texas, which means some heavier downpours for our friends to the south in Texas, Louisiana, Arkansas, and even portions of Mississippi and Tennessee may get in on some of the heavier downpours. They're talking an inch or two of rain. Here in the Ozarks, it's a different story today. I only have 1/10 of an inch to maybe 2/10 of an inch of rainfall. That's about all we can hope for. Rain chances, though, the best opportunity to see some rain today. It develops this afternoon and may last through the early evening hours. It's not a lot. And as I've been saying for the last couple of days, the best chance for rain really exists south of I-44 this afternoon. Not everyone's guaranteed to see the showers, though. I think central Missouri stays totally dry. We may see a bit of light rainfall in the Springfield area. No thunder, no lightning with this. And then we are going to see dry conditions develop again as we head into Friday and last through much of the weekend. The weekend, a little preview for you. It's looking nice. I mean, cool. Temperatures in the low 60s for highs and lows back into the 30s, but that's kind of where we're supposed to be this time of the year. So overall, it's looking like a nice fall weekend in the Ozarks. I've got temperatures today at 58 degrees for the afternoon high. Numbers by tomorrow will be approaching 60 again. And then I think we stay in the low 60s both Saturday and Sunday. We'll have a good deal of cloud cover around today. And of course, we've got that rain chance. And then I've got temperatures that are going to be back closer into the mid 60s as we head into Sunday. That's when the sunshine is out again in full force. Overnight lows are going to be pretty chilly, dipping back down into the mid 30s kind of night after night here. So we've got many opportunities for the cool mornings again in the Ozarks. Around the country, rain and snow developing for the Pacific Northwest, a storm system moving in there tonight, creating some snow for the higher elevations. A major winter storm started to impact Alaska late last night, the Anchorage area preparing for snow and high wind. And then we've also got that unsettled weather associated with the same cold front that came through for us. For the Arklatex region, that's going to be taking place down to the south. So lots of things going on weather-wise across the country. But here in the Ozarks, we just have this small opportunity for rain. And then we are talking about really generally kind of quiet weather for a stretch of days for us. All right, it's time for the Around the Ozarks Wake Up Weather Brain Twister question. This is what I left you with yesterday. What was the one nickname given to the very first bicycles ever made? The options were A, a poor peddler, B, a chaos cycle, C, whirly wheels, or D, hobby horses. The answer, you may have guessed this on aroundtheozarks.com. And if you guessed D, hobby horses, you are correct. That was the very first nickname given to bicycles shortly after they were invented. This was by a German fellow in 1818. Hobby horse. I think it's a pretty good name. I thought all of those options were pretty good, though. In fact, I'm going to say my personal favorite was the chaos cycle. I like whirly wheels, too. We may have to bring some of those back. If you guessed D, congratulations. You're entered to win a $20 gift card to Scooter's Coffee. Here's your next chance to win, and it's a 50-50 shot today. True or false? You can make water wetter. You got to maybe think about that one. But submit your guess. You can do that over at aroundtheozarks.com. By the way, if you're listening this morning, thank you so much. And I would sure appreciate it if you would log on and review our podcast on your favorite platform, whether that's Spotify or Apple. It'll help others find the podcast and get weather information every single day starting at 5 a.m. Grab the jackets today. High temperature, 58 degrees, plenty of cloud cover, a north wind, and a rain chance developing this afternoon. So grab that umbrella if you're heading out the door right now too. Have a fantastic Thursday, and I will chat with you again early tomorrow morning.